Thank you very much for your very elaborate introduction. My only introduction is that I'm a student of virology. So no Rishi is to be attached. Well, Dr. Tiruchirappalli, my friend and a motivator. I've known him for many, many years from almost his student days. And he's a very motivating person all the time, very quiet and very positive person. I wish we have many people of this kind. Thank you very much for Sharma to have agreed to come and inaugurate this important meeting. All the dignitaries on the dais and the dignitaries in the audience and friends. First of all, I would like to thank another friend of mine, Selvarajan, for giving me an opportunity to be here. I tell you, I was going through a depression for last 6 months or so. Depression was that virology is not as vibrant as I would like it to be. So I'm thanking him for bringing me here, because when I see all these young faces, I've been scanning through and I wish I could know each one of them personally, but they are vibrant people bringing in vibrancy to virology. And now I'm out of depression. I'm sure virology has a future with all my friends who have occupied the back chairs as well as the front, the leaders. I don't want to name the people, because I start naming, then that time will go away in that. Each one of them, you are important for me, whether they are from entomology, virology, plant breeding, or animal or human virology. Yashpal has given a definition that we are standing for one, and the idea is unity. But that is part of my lecture, which is going to follow, so I don't want to repeat it. So I want to congratulate Selvarajan, which I think I have done it in writing too, for developing an outstanding program. In fact, I wish I knew about this program earlier rather than during my travel from New Delhi yesterday. Then I would have known the scope of this. I can tell you, this is amazing that you could get such nice people and cover almost every topic which one can think of, including the workshops which you are organizing. So heartiest congratulations on you. So my little bit of comments is not a speech. I have no prepared speech. I will start with Indranil. He mentioned about the use of banana. But he, in my opinion, he missed the most important use of banana. There is no marriage in Bengal without the banana hat. Isn't it? And I consider, that is the greatest thing. I do not know how many of you have seen it. But if you have not, it's worth seeing it. It's an amazing art, which I believe it is still surviving. Then, before moving further, I pick up from Yashpalji. He introduced to you World Society of Virology. I request you to please raise your hands how many of you knew about World Society of Virology. Good number, but not sufficient. I'm there also, I'm XXX, so former president of that society. He said, first president, I will tell you a little bit about that. All of you are members of WSV. And you should know that all people who are members of IVS are automatically members of WSV, the World Society of Virology. This World Society of Virology concept was initiated by Professor Ahmed in Egypt. And I don't know why he was very keen that I become the first president of that. I had no information about him, no contact with him. So I had no option. At one time, when there was some contest with somebody from World Health Organization, I sent him a message that please allow me to withdraw because I don't like to contest for these positions. And number two, World Health Organization fellow will put you in limelight. He said, no, I know that guy, but I don't know you. So that is how I was there, and that was in the meeting which he projected, Delhi meeting, in which they announced and gave presentation. This WSB, I would like all of you to actively participate, because this is a society which doesn't charge any admission fee. There is no annual fee. So it's free. The only thing is that you may have to pay registration for coming to annual meetings or whatever the meetings they organize. But even then, Yashpal, being the Secretary General, he provides some venue for people to travel. You must go there. Anyway, now coming, I won't take too long. I would like to point out, to say, start thinking and keep thinking about the origin of viruses. We know the oldest record, which is 4,600 years old, of the existence of viruses in the humanity. Smallpox and polio. We know, we talked about influenza. Influenza has also been quite old, but of course not 2,600, but say about 2,000 years. It has been there in the beginning. But then it is pursuing, we have to keep on hearing smallpox, polio, influenza all the time. Again, that's a part of which I'm going to discuss in my talk, so no details. Whatever the origin, the viruses have evolved through their host. And so that is one line of evolution which has taken place. And I tell you that has been a fast evolution because the mutations which occur within the host replications are much faster than when they occur in the non-host. In fact, we are surviving today because of that. The second part of evolution, when the hosts have been jumped, we are talking about only zoonosis. We celebrate Zoonosis Day also. But it's not only zoonosis, other hosts, other combinations also go on. So that's one part of the evolution which has taken place. Another evolution part, which please think of, escape from labs. People are trying to do research of gain of function research. And it's going on all over. I mean, this is interest. And this gain of function research, whatever the motive behind, has resulted in escapes. Again, I want to leave it to you because there is no conclusion. Nobody accepts that it has escaped from my lab. It would be difficult. Although everybody knows, yes, it has, because 2015 paper says the virus generated which would infect human cells. Anyway, that's the end of it. But I want you to keep thinking about it because these are the possible evolutions. And we have to safeguard against those interests and those challenges which emerge, which we have seen. We just heard maximum development, because that is the main topic, technological development. And that technological development has taken place during the COVID era of 2 or 3 years, much more than it has taken place any time else in the world, information we know so far. I don't want to go into details. I leave you with these thoughts. Thank you very much for being here.